Now, typical symptoms that make me think about mold, this can really run the gamut too, which is why it's so difficult to diagnose because it's not like the same set of symptoms that we're taught in school, right? A huge issue for me is if you have a lot of gut issues that you're working with somebody like us, we're running the stool tests, we're giving you the protocols, and you're just not getting better. Or sometimes it sounds like or it feels like we're playing whack-a-mole in your gut. Like we might get rid of something here, but something new pops up. That's a huge sign that there's mold issues because mold has a huge impact on the gut. Another key thing that I'll ask people is, when did you start to not feel good? And if it's, oh, it happened, in this year, I haven't felt well since this year. Okay, what happened? Did you start a new job? Did you move? So if your symptoms all started after you moved into a certain house or started working in a certain building, that's another really classic sign that we might be dealing with some mold exposure. But I'd say gut issues, fatigue, brain fog, thyroid issues, joint pain, hair loss, hormone issues, especially with too much estrogen or symptoms of high estrogen. Those are all things that kind of make me think about mold for patients. But the tricky part is every single symptom that I listed could have at least 6 other different root causes to it as well. So I usually tell my patients I have some spidey senses for mold because I've worked with it enough. So by the end of my first hour with you, if I tell you you have mold, I've been right 100% of the time, because it's just this clinical picture, and once you start to treat it and see it more, the pieces start to click together. But sometimes I work with people and mold is not anywhere on my list of potential diagnoses, and it's not until we've been working together for a while, and it's, again, things just aren't doing what they normally should do. Or another kind of classic symptom is when people tell me, gosh, I take melatonin, which should help me sleep, but it keeps me wide awake at night. So that's called
Mm.
like a paradoxical reaction. Like I take this thing, but the opposite thing happens. That I see a lot in my mold patients too. So that usually raises my spidey senses.